Good afternoon, everyone. I would like to call to order the Gladstone Community Center Advisory Board meeting on this Tuesday, April 20th, 2026 at 3:32 p.m. I will now read into the record that the City of Gladstone is abiding by guidelines set forth in House Bill 2560, which requires the governing body of the public body to extent reasonably possible to make all meetings accessible remotely through technological means and provide opportunity for members of general public to remotely submit oral and written testimony during meetings to extent in-person oral and written testimony is allowed. Therefore, this meeting will be open to the public, both in person and virtually, using the Zoom platform. Haley, would you please do roll call?
Joelle Laku,
Here.
Sharon Howard,
Here.
Tony Bergeron,
Here.
Mindy Prosky,
Here.
Evelyn Johannesson,
Here.
Josie Whitaker,
Here.
Kiva Antilla.
Here.
We have a full house today. Lovely. All right. Could I please have a motion to approve the meeting minutes from our March 17th, 2026 meeting?
I'll make a motion to approve the minutes.
Thank you, Josie.
I can second.
Thank you, Joelle. And Haley.
Joelle Laku,
Yes.
Sharon Howard,
Yes.
Tony Bergeron,
Yes.
Mindy Prosky,
Yes.
Evelyn Johannesson,
Yes.
Josie Whitaker,
Yes.
Kiva Antilla.
Yes. Minutes are approved. Thank you. Okay, let's see here. We are going to get a nice update from Michelle, business from the community center staff. Thanks, Michelle.
Thank you. It's good to see everyone up there. Welcome back. The first thing we'll go over is March's monthly report, which is in your packet. Let's see. March was kind of a quiet month, to tell you the truth, around the center. Just coming out of, I feel like, winter, and we had none of our classes going on. We took March off for the community center classes. So some of the things that we did do, we had a cooking for one class that we had told you about. I'm not sure if I told you that the day of the cooking for one class, the instructor, after everyone had paid and signed up for the class, we had 4 or 5 people enroll in the class. The instructor ghosted us. It was a no call, no show, nothing. So Kyla stepped up that day and she did a wonderful job of putting on the cooking for one class. Everybody that took it had a really good time. They learned a lot. Kyla comes from the school district, from being in a kitchen at the school district. So she knew quite a bit to show them and teach them about buying meat in bulk or getting stuff from the Gladstone food pantry and being able to take that specific food and make it for one person for the whole week, which is super helpful for seniors who live on their own in limited income for groceries. So it went really well. We did have our lunch and learn with Colette Travel. I told you guys we are partnering with Colette to do international travel for the 2027 year. We at the center are opting for the 10 to 15% of everyone who signs up to take these international trips will come back to the center for our homebound meal programs, transportation. So everyone who signs up, it's a full community event. We are trying to really push it on social media. If you guys are on social or know of anyone who wants to do international travel, we're going to have in May them come back for an evening class, basically presentation, and they're going to answer everyone in the community's questions about our trips to Ireland and Spain. So we're really trying to get quite a few people signed up for that, just so we can get that. I mean, to offer it to the community, but also to help with that 30% decrease that we're facing from Clackamas County for funding. So this is one of our fundraiser attempts, basically. We went on some great adventure trips though in March, even though it was quiet. They love plays. So they went and watched The Witch. Unfortunately, we had to cancel Spirit Mountain because we didn't have enough. And one of the big highlights was the Cherry Blossom Festival in Salem. So they went to the Capitol, they saw the cherry blossoms, toured the Capitol, just had a really good time up there. And then they also went hiking up at Multnomah Falls and had lunch up there. And that's one of their favorite places to go for lunch. So really good time on that. We had our St. Patrick's Day luncheon. Monica couldn't fit in better at the center. She made all fresh corned beef. She made a mashed potato that mixed the cabbage in with the mashed potato. And did it have onions in it, Tony?
Yes, it's Cole Cannon,
Cold cannon.
Cole Cannon, Colcanon, like that.
I had never heard of it, nor had I ever eaten it. It was delicious.
Very Irish.
Yes. And then she made candy carrots. She made green punch. Everybody dressed up. She made a fresh green dessert. It was just a lot of fun. We had a lot of people attend and it was a good time. Good food too. Monica's doing a great job. Around the center, that's just AARP was still there in March. They did wrap up in the second week in April, but we had them there every Friday. We had Easter egg hunt or stuffing going strong at the center. I believe Haley did over 9,000 eggs this year, which is the largest that she has ever put out. Correct, Haley? And the center volunteers stuffed a lot of those eggs. And they love helping. They love helping the day of the event. They love stuffing the eggs. So one of the pictures down there is the transition group from the high school that comes over at least once a week. That's them. They're always looking for extra projects to do in the community, and egg stuffing was a highlight for them. We also had a huge donation of hundreds of antique and vintage salt and pepper shakers. A gentleman brought them by. So that was kind of fun of unwrapping all those and putting them out in the thrift store. We have a ton left, but we are going to put them in our spring market donation only booth. So if anyone's looking for salt and pepper shakers. We also did our own egg hunt around the center. We do that every year. The participants that come to the center love doing it. Most of the eggs just have a little piece of candy or something in them like that, but they're golden eggs that people can find throughout the center, and you come up to the front desk and you get a prize. And so everyone always participates and they enjoy that. And we had our revolving art wall. One of our resident artists' husband does work with his pen. He basically doodles out these pictures just freehand. And from those pictures, you can kind of see he just sits down with a piece of paper or a large piece of canvas and either does markers or pens. That's one of the ways. He suffers with Alzheimer's, and this is really helpful artwork for him to sit there and concentrate on doing these for his motor skills and mind. And the last page, that's just everyone around the center, hanging out, going to the Capitol, doing eggs. That's about it for March. Like I said, it was really pretty quiet. Now we're into April, and we did start up on April 6th, our community classes. So I did do a few rough numbers. For winter term, I didn't pull back for our first term, but I did go back to our winter term. We had 107 people enroll in classes. We, after paying our instructors, came out $4,680 for our winter term. So that'll go directly into helping for budgeting our next biennial to get more classes in our center. We're going to now have a proven track record that we can get people in, we can pay for these instructors, and hopefully really grow our class program. So that's kind of the reason why I want to track this stuff. So for spring terms that started April 6th, We had 114 participants sign up, and that's pretty much maxed out. The only area I would say is our Drums Alive. We could add more people into that one, but everything else was more than full for the instructors, what they could handle. Our beginner Tai Chi had accidentally, I want to say 18 people register when we like to have 12. Evelyn, does that sound about right? 12 in that room? Um, s- yeah, yeah. So Gary moved a few people around and did Gary, and it's all worked out so far. One of the best ones, I think, though, is the kids' art program has really grown. We filled that up. So, and if you guys remember, we're struggling to even get kids in there to take programming. So we are able, through a donation of local, of all their art supplies, not have the kids have to pay for any of their own art supplies or canvas or anything. We pick up all those costs. So they're $70 in real, it includes everything for them. And they get to take these home with them. And we also we had some art sets donated to the center. So we're going to raffle those off, or not raffle them, but we're doing a coloring contest for the whole community. So, and the kids get to participate in that as well. So they're pretty excited, really working on those coloring pages so that they can hopefully win their own easel, their own paintbrushes, their own paints, and not just kids paints, right? They're acrylic, like for artists. So, that's our classes, and they will run for the next 10 weeks. What's next? Current and upcoming events. I don't know if any of you guys have been by the center lately, but over the weekend, Friday, let's back up. About a month and a half, almost 2 months ago, a community group reached out to us and they wanted to do Women's Community Day of Giving. And they asked us if we had anything around the center that needed to be done. We wanted to be done, something that would affect the whole community. And so all together, we came up with, we're kind of working out of the center now and trying to fix up some of our green space along the side of the center. And I don't know if you guys know where the Puda Bar is. Puda Bar? Puda Bar. Am I saying that right? Does anyone know that family?
No, now I can't think of the right way to say it.
Pewter Bar. Ba. So after a little bit of research today, it was a family that has been here for a very long time. Their first house was on Clarendon in 1837. So that family has been here for a very long time, and that's a memorial garden that's in that area. So that's right on the corner. Does everyone know what I'm talking about? So we have a little bench there and we do our tree lighting right over there. Well, there's that pathway that leads to the bench, and the women's group built an arbor up over the path. And so if you have not seen it yet, you should definitely drive by and go look at it. They took our honeysuckle that was not thriving in 2 pots in our garden and planted it in the ground, and it'll go up and over that arbor. And it's just going to look absolutely gorgeous. And it's just kind of the starting point of us expanding out a little secret garden over there that people can hang out in, anyone in the community. We're going to place cornhole and stuff like that during the summer out there. Hopefully encourage our participants and anyone who wants to go out there and get active, lay out, whatever they want to do. So yeah, just extending this. We have little space, so we're just trying to do what we can with the space that we have. Something else that happened last week. So that was Friday, and they finished up on Saturday. We met with PGE. And if any of you have been in the center, it's hot, it's cold, doors are open, doors are closed. The thermostats are a huge issue at our center, keeping the building a consistent heat in all of the rooms. So we met with PGE and they came in and did energy audit basically on the center. And they are coming in next week and replacing all of our thermostats with smart thermostats. So it'll be set say we choose 68 degrees, either the heat would come on or the air conditioner, depending, it'll just be set at that certain degree, and that's what the center will stay, which I think it will help with energy savings, complaining, all these things. Like I really think it's going to be a great thing for the center just to dial in those thermostats. While he was there, though, he noticed that we had a really dark building and that a lot of our lights were burnt out. And then most importantly, that we had fluorescent lighting, which come to find out is illegal in Oregon. I mean, they're not citing people, but you can't buy fluorescent bulbs anymore. It's been banned. I sort of knew that because Public Works had been trying to brainstorm on ways that they would replace all these lights through the community center. It's actually been heavily on Public Works' mind of how they would fix this problem for us. Well, the guy from PGE connected us with the business portion of Energy Trust of Oregon, and they are going to come in and replace all of our lighting with LED lighting, all our fixtures, everything for absolutely free. So, yes. So with those two things, we're going to be a success story actually for PGE on how much energy we're going to save. They actually did ask us if we would be part of they said that there's so much energy savings within your building that we're going to do within about a month that we would love to use you as a success story of how much energy, if a company business did this, how much energy they could save. So pretty excited about that. And then last thing I was just going to talk about is we have been trying to table different events throughout the last year, either the resource fairs, the Latina resource fair. This year we're going to do fog naps. We're going to table that. And the art sets that I were talking about, Kyla made a great coloring sheet of the community center to pass out instead of pine cones and peanut butter. But I think this is going to be great because we're trying to get people to come in and see the center, right? Or just check out our center. So these kids at our table up at the park this weekend on Saturday, if any of you, Nancy, I'm sure will plug it too. But we will have not only our brochures on our rentals, all the resources we offer, but all the kids will get a coloring sheet. And when they color it and turn it in, they have until May. We will take the winner of the coloring contest and give them a free easel, art set, all that kind of stuff. And so that just gets more families, multi-generational individuals to come into our center. So we're constantly trying to think of ways to get people that wouldn't normally come into the center to come in and see what we have going on there. So we'll be tabling that on Saturday. And we have a volunteer from our Gladstone Emergency Management Group. His name is Tom. He's going to be right across the street at the church. Giving out information and packets at their resource fair. It's an emergency resource fair. So if you guys are out at the park this weekend, make sure to stop over at the church and check out their emergency preparedness fair. And we will be there as well. Again, giving out information, letting people know that the community center is the hub to find information during an emergency. A lot of people do not realize that we are warming, cooling, charging, all things that if there were anything that happened in Gladstone, they would want to come to the community center to get the information and resources. So those are the two events we'll be tabling this weekend. And I will leave the programs that we're going to be doing for the community and seniors to Nancy when she talks. But that's all I have. Any questions?
I have a concern.
Yes.
And this, I don't know if it's appropriate for this venue, but the alarm, the fire alarm.
Today?
Yeah.
I'm very sad that I missed this.
Well, yoga class just ended. It was 10 a.m. And all of a sudden the alarms start going off. And then everybody freaked out because it's a loud alarm. I
Yeah.
mean, ear piercing. And Kyla ran around to see if there was a source, and there was no fire. But I was concerned because I've managed medical clinics, and you guys have all been in situations where you had to do the fire drill, and you go out to there, and what we ended up doing is just milling about and clogging the doorways, myself included. I mean,
Yeah.
And then afterwards, I thought, this isn't a good way to handle a fire alarm, because it didn't stop in 30 seconds. It didn't stop for about at least 3 to 5 minutes. And everybody was dazed and confused.
I wasn't there, so I just have now your input and then Kyla's input. Did you guys evacuate?
No,
No?
not really.
Okay.
People started going outside, and then they went, I don't know, and then it's raining, and nobody went to a designated area. And I was worried about the mobilely challenged people.
Yeah.
People with walkers and scooters and etc. needed to be escorted first, or by staff or volunteers.
That's a really great thing to bring up, Tony, because there's always room for improvement for everything. And we've never even had a fire drill since I've been there at the center. And so I think we could take this as a learning opportunity that we should probably come up with exactly where our meeting point is and what to do.
Emergency manage.
Yeah. And it wasn't explained to me like that. So I'm glad to have your perspective. So yes, I will talk definitely with staff about that, and stay tuned. Now we're going to have more fire drills. Way to go. No.
Well, I know they're a bother, but it's still, it concerned me because
Yeah.
Just because of my, working history and how to do it right and get the right people in the right places.
I think that's completely
The other
valid.
thing that bothered me very much is we're 2.5 blocks or 3 blocks from the fire station, and no one showed up and then Kyla, after the alarm went off, called them, said it was a false alarm. Well, it seems like somebody within a couple of minutes would have been just there, show up.
Yeah.
To
So
even see a false alarm, to manage that.
yeah, to be continued.
Maybe they're not interwired,
Yeah,
But we should probably find out.
Fire.
I think we need to find out.
Yeah.
Fire department didn't show up. I mean, this was a loud damn alarm. It really was. You could
Yeah.
hear it probably from the fire department.
So they
Yeah.
called the alarm company.
Yeah.
Kyla did that, but
Okay.
it was, sort of after the fact. I mean, this is all in a 10-minute span, confusion.
Yeah. Mindy, you're taking notes?
Yeah, I'm actually, I was in charge of coming up with an evacuation plan for the entire School of Nursing up at OHSU, 6 floors of faculty and students. So I might be able to help. if
I would like
needed.
that.
Okay, great.
I
Yeah, we need a muster area, probably 2, because
Yeah.
you have 2 doors.
Yeah.
So 2 muster areas. So yeah, we can put some things together, but yeah, I think we need some other questions answered too. But yeah, let's come up with a plan.
I love that. Thank you
right.
for bringing that up, Tony.
Thank you, Tony, so much.
Sure.
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah. I
As
mean,
some-
I was part of the general confusion too. I'm not throwing anybody under the bus. It's just we didn't know what to do.
Okay, so we will definitely practice. Yes,
Yeah.
that is a thing too.
Come up with a
Lot of
plan
practice.
first,
Yeah.
figure out all the logistics of that, figure out if the fire department is in sync with our
Yeah. so
alarm.
they Triggered it all.
They should be.
I think so, but I don't know. That's one of my questions.
Or the
I'm writing
Yeah.
police, if it was a general alarm, a security alarm.
Yeah, they just usually come to my phone. So, but I didn't even get that one, to tell you the truth. Like, I found out about it when I got back from my meeting. So I didn't even get a call from the alarm company.
Yeah.
So there's a good possibility that it's not hooked up to anything. It's just an alarm.
Just to go off.
Because there are alarm systems that if they're not programmed, they don't notify anybody but who's in the building.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, we'll look into that.
Yeah.
We'll fully do a deep dive on all things safety at the center.
Yeah.
So, and then we can train the volunteers at the front desk to
Yep.
help out with that. Yeah.
Yeah.
Great discussion to bring up, and I'm glad you brought that up. So thank you.
All right, great. Does anybody else have any questions or concerns to bring up? No? All right, thank you, Michelle.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, I just have a little bit of business from the board. What did I want to talk about? I have notes here. So one of the things is to let you all know that the Gladstone Community Center website now has a new donate section. On the last page of your packet, you will see a screen print of the, I know, right? So this is a screen print of the front facing page for the community center. 5 down is donate. So many supporters of the center, you know, want an easy way to donate online with a credit card. And so we really thank you to Joelle Latku for bringing this to the board's attention at the last meeting. After a discussion with Michelle about this, Michelle just took care of it and put a donate link right there on the front page. And we tested it out. My donation went through just lickety split. And so it's a really wonderful option for people that want to donate that way.
And I'm just going to throw out, I wasn't able to do it lickety split.
Well-
So I called my work bestie and she figured it out for me. So
Thanks, Haley. But it's there. And so I think that, and you can find it in a couple of different places. Now you can find it on the City of Gladstone site, but having it just front and center on our front facing page, I think was really, really important to make sure that people that do want to donate that way are able to very quick and easily. So yay, donations. Yes.
Can I ask a question about it?
Absolutely.
I'm super excited about it. You can tell. Thank you so much.
Of course.
That was super fast. Is it safe to say anything donated to that is accessible to the center, i.e. Michelle and staff immediately? It's not. Okay. I'm asking for my own knowledge. Like,
yeah,
Absolutely.
yeah, because I understand it doesn't work the way my brain is working.
government funding is completely different than anything that I've funding wise, right? So it goes into the general fund. However, it is still line itemed out for, say, nutrition, transportation, rentals, community classes. So even though it is not showing right now, accessible right now, we budget out for 2 years. That's my responsibility at our next budgeting to go through all those line items and see how much money came in all these different areas, right? So it's the same with the community classes. So I will go in and look and say, this much money came in for nutrition. This is how much we should allocate for the next 2 years. So it's always going to be a 2-year lag per se, but it does get appropriated to those line items in our budget eventually. It's just we're on a biennial. And so it's every 2 years that we look at that and then are able to allocate funds to those different line items. Does that make sense?
It does. My next question to you is, so for example, let's just say someone decided to, instead of sending flowers to a funeral, we want donations to go to the center. So can we identify through the donation link what we want it to be used for?
The best way to do that is to go through our foundation.
Okay.
So if you have specific, I would really love to see you beef up your Thanksgiving dinner.
Fair.
I'm going to send you to the foundation. The
Perfect.
foundation is the one that no matter what our ask, they are so supportive, and it's through generous donations that they were able to do that.
And
So
both are
yes,
and both are 501c3.
correct.
Okay. All right. That's helpful. Yeah. Yeah. Thank you for
So-
clarifying. I'm curious for my own knowledge as well, but I think it'll be helpful for others,
Yeah.
just from a kind of an ambassador lens.
And just to go a little bit further in that, so even say we had, this is happening right now, I did not allocate enough to pay instructors. One of our art instructors, she teaches all day. So because it's not in the current budget, I would have to cut the adult art class. Well, the adult art class brings in 35 individuals every single term. They love the adult art class. The foundation was able to, through an individual, wanted to donate her money to pay the instructor specifically. So she came to a foundation meeting, said that she wanted this money to go to, or even if she didn't pay, she asked if the foundation could pay for this art instructor so that the art class could continue going on. And they approved it. So those are the kinds of things that they do all the time for us. Yeah.
Thank you for clarifying.
Thank you. I'm just making some notes here. Okay. The next item that I have is there is going to be a series of events that are senior focused, but open to the public that the community center needs our support for. Specifically, they're asking members of this board to attend the events and either invite or bring along 3 additional people. Yay. We're going to team up. We're going to show up. We're going to support. Please correct me if I got this wrong. The first event is the take a photo trip through beautiful Oregon from 5:30 to 6:30 on May 20th.
And if you guys don't mind, we could have Nancy speak on this.
Fabulous. Yes. Because I'm done. Take it away.
Well, thank you. I appreciate for letting me just jump in here. Thank you. Thank you, Mindy. This programming that we're going to be doing, we found a woman who, a very young woman, of course, but from my aspect, anybody under 80 is young. So, who has a background in art, and she worked at several art museums up and down in the gorge. And one of her favorite things that she did was programming for retirement communities and senior centers on combining art and music into these environments. And she was incredibly successful. So after she retired, the person who took her job didn't continue that. So these retirement communities came to her and said, would you do this as a gig? And she did. So we also have talked with Carrie. Her name is Carrie Cobb. And we talked to her, and she gave us this long list of her programming options that she does, and it's really wonderful. So she's agreed to do 4 programs for us. The first one will be on June 18th, and it's at 5:30, so everybody could be home before dark. That's an important thing, and it's going to be a photo tour of Oregon. Her husband is a professional photographer. So combining her love of art and music and photography is kind of her specialty.
I just want to point out the website says May 20th
Does it say May
for
20th?
that event.
The first one's going to be May 20th, and the second one is going to be on June 18th. Nancy just got ahead of herself real
I
quick.
did. I'm sorry.
She's so excited about the
am.
second one.
Yeah, I am.
Number 1 in the series on May 20th and number 2 in the series on June 18th.
Which is the Sights and Sounds. Okay, got it. They're going to be there at the center. So the first one is the photo tour. And we've been talking with Carrie and about kind of jazzing it up because she'll show photos of Oregon and talk about those different locations. So we kind of need it a little more interactive. So we're going to do some maps on the table. We have some jam, Oregon products. Pardon? Scones? No, I don't know. That comes with the Mother's Day brunch, I think. But anyway, we're going to kind of focus on some Oregon products and do some raffles. Her husband has produced a photo journal of Oregon, and she's going to bring some copies of that we can raffle off to people. So to make it a little more interactive. The second one, I think, is the Sights and Sounds of Art. And that one will be then in June. And that is where she combines merging music and, again, art, spends a lot of time talking about when you see art, what are you looking at, kind of making it a lot more easily for people to understand. Her programming, again, is focused on seniors. It is totally open to everyone. She does a great job of including adults, seniors, people with memory care, with memory issues, young people. So it's really cross community. And we do seriously invite everyone in the community to come. Seniors are part of the community. Bring the community with you. So that's our request, is that we need to get some bodies in chairs, give us some feedback so that we can keep the programming fresh and meeting everyone's needs. So again, we got her for four activities. I don't know if we've picked the fourth one. We wanted to get a couple to see how it went, what people liked, and then we'll go from there. I think one of the one that got everybody excited on the foundation was Irish stories. She teaches a class on Irish stories where she hands out 2 short stories that people read and then they come and discuss it, but it's all Irish. So anyway, that was everybody's like, well, okay. We kind of like that idea too. So lots of opportunity with Carrie, and we're going to try and get the most out of it. Any questions on that?
I have, oh yeah.
Sure.
Well, I kind of lost you on what 1, 2 events. What's the third and fourth?
The third and fourth one, there is also, one of it is the Sights and Sounds of Art, which is fine art, which is just the fine art. And then the other one might be the Sights and Sounds of Art, also, but a photography based.
Oh, I see. So they're 2 separate.
They're 2 separate events, right? And the fourth one, I don't think we've picked yet.
So
Okay.
just out of curiosity, so these are all of her offerings, correct? And
What do
you're
you
just
have?
pick-
Okay, do you
there's
have
2
this?
pages, right? Yeah. So you've just selected 3 of the 4 so far.
So far, but
And
she
you're
also
just
has
showing.
more programs.
Okay. I just understanding. Perfect.
Yeah, this was just one of the first ones, but she has lots of opportunities. And if we have an interest, she will try and build something for us if we need that. So
What is the date? You've got the 18th for the Sight and Sounds of Art. Is the second.
the second one. So May 20th is the photo tour.
The third hasn't been chosen yet, the
But we
date.
have, I think we have October.
I don't.
Maybe part of it is Carrie comes from Hood River in the Dalles. And she's pretty open about if it gets, kind of dicey, I'm not driving up there. So we might, as this last year, it would have been fine, but we don't know what's coming this fall. So we'll have to be a little bit open on those. So.
So just out of curiosity, because I'm on the same page as my friend here, the photo tour of Oregon, you said there were 2 dates. One of them is June 18th, but above it, it says June 18th is Sights and Sounds.
Right. And I'm sorry,
Oh, Okay. No.
it's my mistake.
No, no,
May
you're fine.
20th. Yeah, May 20th is the photo tour
Okay.
of Oregon. Sights and Sounds of Art
Is
is
June
the one
18th.
in June 18th.
Okay. I'm so
Okay.
sorry.
Yeah.
And then those other 2, the Sights and Sounds of Art, Fine Arts and Photography, are going to be
TBD.
If people like the first 2 and they're really getting into it, then we'll continue on. If not, we'll make some adjustments.
Perfect.
okay.
So we're
Love it.
trying to be open to that. So
I love it.
please grab someone, come.
Present.
And we'll do that. I think the other, and the foundation is supporting that. We have the foundation is growing since they no longer have the primary focus of caring for the building. They're trying to figure out how else can we support seniors in the community of Gladstone. And, cognitive development, keeping people socially active, out in the community, bringing other people in is an incredible way to keep seniors going and keeping them active. So that's where some of our attention is going. So we're looking for programs, we're looking for activities that can support. Because the senior center, the center does an incredibly excellent job of getting people out into the community with their trips, with their programming. It's amazing how active they are. So we're kind of trying to hit that cognitive, social area. So that's our focus. The other thing that we have is that the foundation is sponsoring the Mother's Day banquet on, this is where I wrote down June 11th too. And it's May 18th, May 11th. Yeah, May 11th, which is a Monday. And the theme is Downton Abbey. I know, I'm like, what does one wear? I have a crown. That should work, right? So I'm not sure what my wardrobe's going to look like. But anyway, so I was listening to the menu. Someone was asking about the menu, little tiny sandwiches, that kind of thing. So very, very special. We always can use volunteers to help serve. And it is an incredibly fun thing to do. People are so thankful that you're there. They're just watching people do this. It's a lot of fun. So if you have an extra hour, please come and pour coffee, help us get food out. It is wonderful, and it's a good way to spend a little bit of time. So I don't know if you have more of the menu.
Monica is cooking up something wonderful. She's currently trying to find teacups, saucers, and all china.
Oh.
So if anyone, teapots, yeah, if anyone's like, I don't know why I have all these teacups and teapots, bring them to the center. We'll put them to good use. But yeah, she's gonna do chicken salad sandwiches, like little sandwiches with croissants. She's gonna do meats and cheeses. We're ordering those delicious little cheesecakes from 808 Cheesecake. Things like that, little finger foods.
Yeah.
And everyone's encouraged to wear their favorite awesome hat and, whatever, dress up. It's fun. We'll have tea, lots of tea. Yeah, it's going to be a lot of fun.
Okay. So that's what the foundation's been doing. Is that all we've been doing? I think. So anyway, so thank you for letting me come. If anybody has any questions. And again, you asked a really good question. Is the foundation a 501c3? And it is. We do a really good job of collecting. I know, are all of you familiar with some of the improvements that have happened at the center because of the foundation? That lovely garden out front, the roof, the sign. Oh my gosh. There's no way anybody can pass that building now and not know it's a community center. And if they do, I'm going to really worry about them. But so yeah, that was a beautiful addition. So anyway, yeah, we're just looking for ways to support seniors, but we will definitely, like Michelle answered, if you have something targeted, we're the way to do that. So, okay. So thank you for letting me pop in and do this.
Thank you so much. It's good to see you. Okay, well, lots going on. Lots of ways to help, lots of volunteer opportunities. So fill your calendar up with some of these things. I know I'm going to go to that May 20th. And I'm going to drag some people along with me, so it'll be fun. Also, Michelle had a really great suggestion too, that this might be some, inspiration too. You might see a picture of somewhere in Oregon that you haven't been yet and bucket list it. So I'm kind of looking for some inspiration on where I might want to road trip later on in the year. So I think it'll be fun.
Yeah, these are going to be some of the best spots all around Oregon. So right before summer
Yeah.
traveling, you
Yeah.
can get a full itinerary of where you want to go this summer. So
Yay. All right. Yeah, go ahead.
Speaking of travel, I have a question about the international meetings that you're gonna have. When are those gonna be? Do we know?
well, I have all the information down at the center right now as we speak, but the next one that we're doing is going to be, yeah, I believe it's May. Kiva, I'll send it to you.
Please, thank you.
Yes.
I'd love to go to Spain with you guys.
Yes.
Oh,
Yeah, and he'll go over both Ireland and Spain for the
That's
trip, and you can put your deposit down and get all that locked in.
and then you still have the volunteering opportunity on the 16th, right?
Yes, the spring market. Hopefully all of you are coming. Maybe some of you are going to come help me direct traffic in the morning. Joelle will be there bright and
Uh-huh.
early. But yeah, we will have food trucks. We have 68 vendors.
Oh my gosh.
That's amazing.
Yes, we had to turn so many people away.
Oh wow.
So people really, everyone who has ever been at the market always wants to come back to our markets. And yeah, and we had just a ton of new people this year. And the food truck is a new addition. And then we have a lot of community partners and nonprofits that are going to be there as well, like library and youth groups giving away stuff, resources, stuff like that. So it's going to be a beautiful, warm day, and we're really looking forward to it.
This Saturday.
No, that is May 16th. And then don't forget, it'll also be shredded and e-recycling and prescription drug take back here at the Civic Center. So
And they set it up so nice. You drive in one end and you drop, and you go out the other. And it is very efficient, very fast and efficient. So
Can
all
I,
your stuff.
can I, just out of curiosity, just float something out there? I think it would be really helpful. I know for me, which I'm going to go into my computer essentially and put in all the dates for all the things coming. I'm wondering if it would be helpful. I don't know how many folks operate off of a digital calendar, but if it would be helpful, like I'm wondering if it would be that easy for us to just add everyone at the same time as just like optional. So no one has to do the thing, but like it pulls up on your calendar. Do you know what I mean?
That would
'Cause
be very helpful
So
for
you
me.
want to have a shared calendar, a digital shared calendar.
Can we? Yeah.
Are you talking about just the board members?
Yeah.
Let me discuss
Okay.
the possibility of that with the powers that be.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I think it would be helpful for people. Is that okay? Can you? Maybe not. Maybe you
yeah,
can.
and in the meantime, while Mindy's discussing, you guys can always go onto the city's calendar, and all of these things are on the city's calendar as well.
Can you download them into your own calendar though?
Like the Google Calendar.
Yeah,
Yes.
That's exactly. There is an option. Beautiful. Then I'll just do that.
Great.
Okay. That's super helpful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. I just think it would be, I know for me personally, like,
Mm-hmm,
then I'm like always planning because I could see it on my calendar.
mm-hmm.
Oh, she's looking. I love this.
I know, I do too.
I feel silly asking,
Oh,
so I apologize.
fantastic. Right.
Yeah.
Okay.
So you can just add everything to your calendar from there. Well, maybe I'll see you at the Spain extravaganza meeting
I think you might have to do it like
one at a time.
as the if you see an event you want to add, you click the add to calendar button. I don't know for sure how that works.
That's okay. I'll
but-
give it a whirl.
Okay.
Thank you so much. I
just did it.
appreciate it.
Works good.
Hey, all right.
Yeah, just if you
Anytime
add
guys-
event, it'll ask you where you want to add it to your iOS or,
Oh, that's right.
you
it
know.
does,
I'm
yeah.
embarrassed that I didn't ask that before. I apologize.
That's okay. All right. Well, fantastic. Does anybody else have any questions, any comments? No? All right. I would entertain a motion to adjourn the meeting.
I'll make a motion to adjourn the meeting.
Thank you, Tony.
I'll make the second motion that.
Thank you, Sharon. Haley.
Joel Laku,
Yes.
Sharon Howard,
Yes.
Tony Bergeron,
Yes.
Mindy Prosky.
Yes.
Evelyn Johannesson,
Yes.
Josie Whitaker,
Yes.
Kiva, and Tilla.
Yes.
All right, meeting is adjourned at 4:21 PM. The next meeting is on May 19th, 2026 at 3:30.